Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to learn about the file operations in Python. So we are going to do basically the CRUD operation using the files and in Python 3. So for this purpose, what I have done, I have actually created this file which actually have the news, the today's news. So here it is, right? And this is basically not much, it's like 3 or 4 lines. And for the purpose of creating this file is to actually read from this file, update to this file, or delete to this file. We might not get into update and delete, but yes, it is how we do. We will just append to this file basically, but delete is not there. So CRU will be there, create, retrieve, update. So what we are going to do here, I have another file which is called readfile.py, and of course all these files that we have created so far will be in the repository. For that you can find the link in the description box. So let's do it. So now first thing first, we actually want to create a file. We actually want to read through this file, right? And in order to do that, first we have to actually use the with Python's with property, where we can actually read through the file and see, open the file and then read through all the lines in the file. So what with how property looks like. So let's say I will say with open, my file name is data.txt, right? And I will do as an alias, and I will say file f underscore object, not file. So f underscore object would suffice. So now what I want to do is I want to read this. I want to just read this file, because I have this whole content, right? And I will just say this is the file name, right? Data.txt, this is my file, and this is f object is what I'm giving it in line. So I will say f underscore object, then I will say so I just want to just do a read function on this, just f.obj.read, and then I will say print whatever it is in content, right? And then if I save it, we'll just move it up a bit so you can see, right? Because it will take a lot of screen over there. So now this is here, and I will say Python 3, and I will say read file.py. So if I see everything is coming from this line. So now what I want to do is I want to actually go through and basically I want to do read the file in a way that we can do it line by line. So now what I will do, instead of doing this actually whole file name, there's a better way to do this. So I do have my path. My path is data.txt, so it is in the same folder. So what I will do, I will say file name equals to, and then I will say data.txt. So now we have a variable which is file name, and I will just remove this data.txt and I will say file name as f object, and now I want to read it line by line. So what I will do, instead of rewriting it over here, right, like this, and just actually remove this whole thing, and I will say for l in f underscore obj, right, I will say print l. So you might see the difference, but let's see what it comes up. So I will just clear the screen and I will say, if you see here, it read the first line and then it dropped here, and then it read the second line, it dropped here, and then third line, and then stopped here. So this way you will see that there is persistent gap over here, spaces over here. Now this is the way actually I don't want it. I want it to have no gaps over here in between. So what I will do, in the same thing, I will say r strip, and then it is a function basically. So what it does, it actually calls the r strip method on it, and they will just show you how it goes. So keep in mind this whole paragraph, how it looks like, and I will say read file, and see the spaces are same like how the actual content was, right? So this is the way you can actually stylize your function, your output data. Now this is the one thing, right? Now what if I want to do something like uh, create a create a create a list of lines from a file. So in order to do that, what we will do, see, this is my, I will just comment it out, right? And what I will say after I do this, I'm opening the file, I will say lines equals to, and I will say file, oh sorry, file underscore object dot read lines, right? And this is something will give you how to actually, it will read the line, read between the lines, right? And now we are actually creating list of lines from a file, right? And now I have this for ln object, or now it will be for lines, or line in lines, because I'm actually looping through on this one. And then I will say not l dot strip, I will say line dot r strip, the same way, right? What basically happens, so here it actually takes everything from each line and put it into a list. So right, so if I just want to do check it how it looks like, so I will say print lines, right? And I will just do this. So see, this is how it goes. To just to understand this, I will just comment it out, right? And I will just do this. See, it actually put each and everything into a list. This whole thing is a list, right? Because it also takes the special characters and puts down to the list into one list. So it's one big list and different commas and then a whole list. So if I do some operations of a line start, I will say 0. So if I will do this, New Delhi, so 0 is New Delhi. So if I just show you this, so this is a particular list. In particular list we have New Delhi here, right? And so I hope you guys understood this part, right? So I will just remove this, and what I will do is I will say guess underscore text equals to this, right? So this is my guess text, right? Now what I will say is whatever comes in the lines, right? So this is line subject dot read lines. This is something I don't really need. So I will just comment this out. So now for line in lines, I will say line. All right, I will just remove this, and this whole thing is what I don't want. So I will just say for line in lines is not there, right? And so line in lines, okay, sorry, my bad. So lines will always be there. We have to actually read the lines, the file object, and read the lines. Now what I will just say for line in lines, for each line we'll say print. Basically we will have to first add it to guess under text plus equals to we are actually incrementing whatever comes into it, and then say line dot strip. So just to check if what happens if I just run this, right? And I just want to do is I will say after this I will say print guess text, right? See, this is what happens. It becomes the whole one single line, right? So this is my line, right? Now what I want to do is I want to make a quick small program which actually reads and see if there is something in the file, if this particular data, if this particular string has something, right? So for that, what I want to say, if or we can say, or we will say we will say something like a text, right? We want to say there is a text, if a particular set of text is there, so we want to have it seen. So I will say city, right? If its particular city is there, so I will say city equals to input. We are taking input for user, and we will say city equals to enter city name you want to find. Does that make sense? And then I will just put it here, and now after that I will just put a condition. If city in is another keyword which will actually go into that particular string, the guess text, and find if that particular thing is that particular string what we provided just does exist in guess underscore text, right? And then I will say here, if it is there, then we will say print, my bad, and we will say your city is in the text, right? This is one thing. And then I will say else, just a quick else, and I will say print no, your city is not in the text, right? And what I will do, I will just save it, and I will hit Python 3. Now I want to find a city. I want to find a city called Bala. Your city is not in the text. Why? Because it's actually, if you see, if I just go here and if I say AMBALA, right? It's not actually, the right string. It actually matches the same character, if that's there or not. So what I will say, let's start again. So if I say new space Delhi, sorry, your city is in the text. Wow, yay! So city is in the text, right? This city is in here. This is actually available over here, right? So I hope you guys did like this video, and if you did, please do like, subscribe, and share. And if you have any questions or queries, feel free to comment over in the comment box. I will definitely answer all your queries. So I will see you later. Till then, goodbye.